Almost every pressure washing business owner I talk to who is struggling to grow their business through paid advertising says the same thing. The quality of my leads suck. And when I ask them what actually happens when a lead comes in, it relatively sounds the same. They call once, maybe text once, make the customer actually go take a picture of their own house or what they need cleaned, send it in, and then a day or two later they receive a quote over email, and when that person doesn't book, they blame the quality of that lead. And so in this video, I'm going to show you why bad leads are mostly a myth, and why your referral and SEO leads feel great and the leads you get from ads feel lower quality, and how it's barely got anything to do with the lead itself, and how to fix it without paying for better leads, because that's not actually what you're missing. So story time, guys. We've got a client who's been cleaning since 2012. He's got 300 plus 5-star reviews on Google, and he really knows the industry, and he gets most of his leads from referrals and organic SEO. So he gets interested in running ads with us because he wants to grow his business, and he starts running them with us. The first month he breaks even and makes about $2,500. And look, most guys break even that first month, panic, shut the whole ad account off, and go tell their buddies ads don't work. But luckily our client didn't, because that next month he closed 2 paver sealing jobs for $5,000. But here's where we get into this whole bad leads thing, because he ends up telling me that his ad leads cancel way more often than his other leads that he's getting from referrals and SEO. Because he had a lady cancel a $450 deck wash, and mind you, it was $1 million house, because her husband would do it himself. And he goes, "Jonathan, I don't get that. With my normal leads, the ones from SEO and referrals, I rarely get any cancellation." And trust me, I told him I get it. So I asked him how he's handling those leads. And he tells me somebody comes in off an ad, he has them text a picture of what they need, and then he goes and emails them a quote within 24 hours. Every lead, same process. And keep that in mind, guys, because by the end of this video, I'm going to show you why that process right there is actually creating bad quality leads, and it's not anything to do with that lead actually being bad. There's another pressure washing business out there running the same ads on the same platform, getting completely different results. And it starts with something most people never even stop and think about: what a lead actually is. And a lead is just somebody who raised their hand, but they raised it under a certain set of conditions, and those conditions decide how they're gonna act before they ever even talk to you. So a referral raised their hand because somebody they trust told them to call you. So they basically show up already pre-sold. An SEO or Google Business Profile lead searched, read your reviews, looked at your photos, went to your website, and then filled out your contact form or called you. And they did their homework first. An ad lead saw you in a list, clicked, and that's it. No homework, they're just shopping. So if you take that ad lead and expect it to act like a referral, you're gonna think that ads are broken every single time, and they're not broken. You just brought referral expectations to a cold lead. So stop calling them bad leads. They're just cold leads that you're treating like warm ones. And once you start looking at them as warm or cold, you'll start to realize that there's a hierarchy, and that there's actually an order to the entire thing. So let me take you behind the scenes and visually show you from the warmest at the top to the coldest at the bottom, and I will go ahead and rank each lead channel. So here's the hierarchy of leads that I was talking about: warmest at the top, coldest at the bottom. So right here at the very top, which is going to be your warmest, is going to be your existing customers. They've already paid you. They've already been satisfied with your service in the past, so therefore they already trust you. Then you're going to have referrals and strategic partners. Referrals are just simply one of your existing customers where they told their friend, hey, these guys do a good cleaning service, therefore you should use them. And then strategic partners are maybe the roofer that you have a partnership with, or the plumber who you have a partnership with, and they have a customer and they refer that customer over to you. And so these people are going to be pretty warm because somebody else vouched for you. Then you're going to have organic traffic and SEO, and these people tend to already have searched your business out. They vetted you, and that's what most guys don't understand. When somebody on your website submits a contact form, or they called you through your website, they probably looked at your blog, They've looked at your photos. They've looked at your reviews on your Google business profile. So they've already searched and vetted you. Then you're going to have the PPC, which is pay per click. And this is going to be like your Google ads and your local service ads. They went to Google because they have a need and they need a service. And guess what? They're going to see who they're choosing. And these people aren't going to be that warm to your business. And then you have the coldest of them all, which is going to be paid social. And why is that? Because a lot of these people are even unaware that they have a problem or that they actually want the service. And some of them may have never even gotten the service done before. And so the key insight here, guys, is that the further you go down, two things dropped: trust and how ready they are to buy. And at the top, as you guys can see, people already trust you. And at the bottom, they don't yet. And so that is why you have to respond faster, have a better script, and follow up harder. So why are those ad leads like Google ads and paid social so cold in the first place? Well, it comes down to one thing, and that's going to be how aware somebody is when they reach out to you. And there's 5 stages of how aware a customer is about your business, and I'm going to visually map it out to you guys as a pyramid. So let's go over the shoulder and let me show you. So at the very bottom, and it's going to be where most of your customers live, is going to be at the unaware stage. And at the unaware stage, they don't even know that they have a problem. They don't even know a problem exists. And so if I use roof cleaning as an example, it's just like they don't have an idea that black streaks even exist on their roof. And so the next order of the awareness level is going to be problem aware. And so these type of customers realize that they have a problem. They're like, oh snap, I do have black streaks on my roof. But guess what? They don't know this next awareness level, which is solution. And solution aware customers, they know they have a problem, which they see the black streaks on the roof, but now they know the solution, which is I need soft washing. But guess what? That brings us to the next level of awareness, which is going to be product aware, which is which company do I use to solve this problem, because I know the solution. So my problem is the black streaks on my roof. I need a solution, which I need soft washing, and I need a company that's going to do it for me. And so that is what we call product aware. They know the solution, they know the problem, now they're just looking for the company. And then you have the very top and the most, what I call the most aware. And these customers, they know they have a problem, they know the solution, they know the company, but they just need a price. And these are like the people that are going to be like your referrals. These are going to be the people that are going to be like your SEO customers. They've already researched your business. They're already the most aware. They're just simply reaching out as a formality to get things started. And so this is what most guys would call quality leads at that point. But what you have to do is you have to learn how to close customers at all stages here throughout your sales process and even your marketing message if you're running Facebook ads especially. And most guys don't know how to do this. And so when they run ads, whether it's Facebook ads or Google ads, they're just looking for the most aware customers. And so whenever they go ahead and try to change their campaigns and they're just trying to go ahead and pigeonhole themselves to this particular type of customer who's the most aware, guess what, guys? It's the smallest on the board for a reason, because most people aren't the most aware. And so therefore, you're not going to drive a lot of leads to your business, or you're not going to close a lot of leads because you don't know how to close people that are at different stages. And so most people that you're going to be talking to, if you're running Google ads, they're going to be right here at like the solution aware at the lowest level, where they're just like, I need soft washing. They start researching soft washing and they come across your business. Most of the time, people are already problem aware when they're on Google ads. But if it's Facebook, a lot of people will live in this stage where they're unaware, which is why people call Facebook ads low quality when they're not necessarily low quality. It's just that the customer is unaware that they even have a problem. So they see your video about roof cleaning and they're like, this looks cool. And they fill out a contact form and they either say, I didn't contact you, or they say like, I'm not paying that. I didn't even know that this cost that much. Guys, it's because they're unaware that it's a problem. Like, they're not problem aware yet. So you have to make sure. I'd ask certain questions like, hey, if you were to go outside and look at your roof, do you see any black streaks on it? Oh yeah, I do. Exactly. Those black streaks cause X, Y, and Z. They eat away at the shingles of your roof. And so that is why you have to go ahead and understand these 5 stages of awareness when it comes to customers, because what do most guys do? They only want to go ahead and target the most aware demographic. So when you call an ad lead low quality, what you actually mean is they came in lower on that pyramid and you never built the process to walk them up that pyramid. So let's look at that process, because we can go back to the client that I mentioned earlier in the video, because remember how he was handling his leads where he said, text me a picture, I'll email you a quote later. What does that do to a cold lead, which is somebody who doesn't know you at all? Well, you're handing them homework, which is go photograph your house, send it to me, and maybe a day or two, I'll get back to you with the price. They had zero investment in you to start with, and now you've made them do the work. That's totally fine for a warm referral, but on a cold lead, it simply doesn't work. And let's say that I have to clean a parking garage. So I'm gonna use an example for you guys. Let's say that I have to go clean a parking garage, but I only have a 4-gallon per minute machine, but I'm the best and most skilled pressure washer. It doesn't matter how good I am if the job calls for a 12-gallon per minute machine and I don't have it. And so a guy with way less skill but the right equipment is going to smoke me on that parking garage because the equipment I have is holding me back. And your follow-up process and the way that you're handling these leads is your equipment. You can be the best pressure washer in the world, but it doesn't matter if you don't have the right process. So if your process is a 4-gallon per minute equipment, the real skill is you solving this process. So what do you have to do with this process? I'm gonna break it down on what you need to implement so that you can close more of these leads. The first thing is going to be speed. Call these leads back within 5 minutes. Number 2 is going to be proper discovery. So 5-6 questions such as finding out their budget, their past experiences, and the timeline that they want it done. Then you want to make it easy on them. Number 3, don't make them send photos. Don't make them do homework. Tell them you'll pull up their house on Google Maps yourself, or you'll do a quick drive-by and you do it in person. Take the work off their plate. Number 4, bundle deals. Give them the perception that they're receiving unequal value. And then number 5, follow up based on how warm they are. That means that you might have to put more effort in, more text. If it's a cold lead, you might have to text them 5 times instead of once. And so when you do that, you'll realize that you didn't get better leads, you just changed how you handled them depending on the channel. And one more thing I want to add is expectations is a part of this too, because people walk in with a price already in their head and it changes by categories, and it's your job to set it. Somebody getting paver sealing already knows that they're going to spend $1,500 or more for that. They know that, but somebody getting their house washed thinks it's $300 because nobody ever told them differently, or that's just what the market expects, which is the case. And so on a cold leads, that's your job on the call, is to separate your business. Why do you do house washing better than the other company? And if you skip it, you're gonna swear that all the leads are low quality, and they're not low quality. You just never set the expectation and you never put them through the right process as well. So to close this out, you don't have a lead problem. You just need to manage your expectations and fix your follow-up process. Referral and SEO leads feel great because their process already does the trust building for you without any of your effort. Your ad leads feel cold because now you got to do it yourself, and most people don't, and that's why they want to blame the leads. And so what does that mean? Respond in 5 minutes, set the price, make it easy on your customer, and follow up based on how warm they are. And judge ad channels over the course of an entire season, and quit building your whole business around that tiny sliver of people who already know you. And if you do that, all those bad leads you're about to fire off start paying for your kids' braces or even that new employee that you've always wanted to hire. So if this video helped you out, subscribe or leave a comment if you have a question, because I say the stuff most people in this industry won't say out loud. So thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.